What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy again, Troy King, aka T King Mode, with my homie, the one and only JL with
Stop.
Front Yard Fantasy.
Stop.
JL, how you doing? Tell the people how you doing. What's going on, man?
I'm doing sleepy, Troy. You woke my ass up way too early in the morning to come recap this game with you, but I'm here for it. I'm ready to talk some football.
Hey, man, look, I had to make sure you got up, bro. Look, it
You're looking
wasn't a
out for
fun.
me.
Of course, man. I gotta get
You
you up,
weren't even
man.
gonna recap. You were just like, you know what? I'm worried about JL. I feel like he needs to start waking up earlier for his
It's
health.
damn right, man. I've been up since like 6. You are nowhere to be found, but it's all good, man. I'm gonna forgive you. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a quick recap of the game, to take a little bit of your time. So yesterday's game, New England Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons. It was a blowout.
Oh
The
yeah.
Patriots won 25-0. Jail. I want you to tell me all about the game, your opinion about the game, but I specifically want you to talk about the Falcons offense, and then we're going to get into the Patriots offense. So tell me, what did you think of the Falcons offense? What was your opinion on it? What happened? What went wrong? Any bright spots? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons offense really made the Patriots defense look fantastic yesterday. I don't know if there's any way around that. You saw Matt. They just kept panning to Matt Ryan being like pissed off the whole game, and the whole time I just kept thinking like, you are. This is your fault, Matt Ryan. They were trying to target some of the pass catchers in this offense. I personally played Pitts in a lot of leagues, started Pitts. Someone came into our stream right before game time, or I guess earlier yesterday, was asking, "Oh, should we play Pitts even though Belichick's gonna probably scheme him out?" And we're like, "Yeah, you got to play Pitts. You don't got to play Pitts, I guess." 3 receptions for 29 yards, 5 targets, not fantastic.
It's crazy to me, and I'm gonna get into what I think about Pitts in a second. But yeah, so it's crazy how Quadray Allison ended up being the leading rusher.
Yeah, 9 carries,
That's
34
crazy.
yards. That is so crazy.
And he was just brought up from the practice squad. So he was just brought up from the practice squad, and he's the lead rusher, right? Everyone thought it would be Wayne Gallman's season. He had -3 yards in the game, right?
Yeah, 1 attempt, 1 carry for -3 yards. Come on, Wayne.
Exactly. And then Mike Davis, he was pretty much terrible. He had 3 carries for 1 yard. He did have 3 receptions for 20 yards, but it's again, Mike Davis' experiment has gone horribly wrong for anybody who drafted him. I'm sorry if you drafted him, but you know what? It's all good.
It's all good. You'll survive.
You'll survive. Hopefully, Cordell Patterson comes back ASAP. Russell Gage was the leading receiver after
8
having
targets.
0 last week. I actually played him last week. He gave me a big fat 0. I accidentally played him this week, and he gave me, look, he had 5 receptions for 49 yards. That's decent in 4-point PPR,
Yeah.
So I was happy about it. Oh, wait. So
almost 10 points.
Jay's actually getting. I was actually going to address this later, but since Jay asked the question, let's ask now. I'm playing Dan Arnold. I'm playing Dan Arnold over him because Dan Arnold has been ridiculously consistent. He's been like the leading in terms of once he got to the Jaguars, right? He's been getting a very, very consistent target share every single week. I believe he's the target leader, if I'm not mistaken, since he's been on the team. Yeah. So for me, and when it comes to the tight end position, because it's so inconsistent, we try to find consistencies. That right there is consistent. Give me Dan Arnold. And at this point in the game, you can't always go based off start your studs if your studs are hurting you. And it's not Kyle Pitts' fault. It's Matt Ryan's fault. It's the Atlanta offense's fault. But it's also the defense knows that Kyle Pitts is the best receiver on the team.
You can take him out.
Exactly. And that's what Bill Belichick does that better than anybody. And again, volume city. That's why, look, I love Pitts. I'm not saying you can't play him, but I have those 2 options. If I have Dan Arnold, I'm going to play him because I know that he's going to be in the targets. But anyways.
So Dan Arnold has 24.2% target share over the last 3 games in this offense. That's 4th amongst all tight ends. And Kyle Pitts is 7th amongst all tight ends at 21.6% target share over the last 3 games. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Troy.
But now let's stop talking about the gross side. Let's talk about the Patriots. Let's talk about the Patriots, right? So there's a lot of takeaways, right? So obviously, Damien Harris, Ramondre Stevenson. Tell me what you thought about them. Tell me what you thought about the pass catchers. What was your opinion on how that whole situation played out?
Yeah, we weren't sure how the split in the backfield was gonna play out this week after Ramondre Stevenson looked fantastic last week. Damien Harris was out with a concussion. We saw pretty much close to an even split, giving the edge to Ramondre Stevenson. He got 12 carries for 69 yards. Nice. Saw your tweet this morning.
Look, I got to
You got
highlight
to. It's
that.
Thursday. You got to live up to the brand. Damien Harris got 10 carries for 56 yards. So that's pretty interesting. I had a hunch that they were going to probably ease Damien Harris back in. And I think that probably played out. And the fact that they were up so much during the game, I think they gave the ball to Ramondre Stevenson, and he just looked good. Like, he looks very good. He's passing the eye test. So I could see that split becoming a little bit more even, but I do expect Damien Harris to get more involved.
Yeah, and I think he'll be in. It's his first game back from the concussion. I wasn't expecting Stevenson to outrush or like have more touches than Damien, but it was a pretty even split. But I wouldn't be surprised going forward if it was more like kind of like a 50-50 split between them.
Yeah.
It honestly hurts Harris's upside going forward, but Stevenson has earned it. And I would be worried. And obviously none of them scored last night, but in the future, I'm curious who gets the goal line work, right?
That'll be interesting.
That's going to be where the valuable touches are. And it could be either of them. So that's very important. What did you think about the pass catchers? Hunter Henry, he'd normally been Mr. Reliable. He always gets targets in the end zone, but unfortunately, he only saw 2 receptions for 25 yards, no touchdowns. That's not going to do it for you. Jonnu, 1 reception for 17 yards. The leading receiver was Kendrick Bourne with 42 yards and 4 receptions. So tell me, what did you think about the pass catchers? What do you think about the situation going forward? Do you have a favorite one? What's your opinion?
I feel like we see this a lot with the Patriots, right? Where it's like, we all like talk about the running back situation, the Patriots running backs, and how Bill Belichick never relies on one. But I mean, not really. Like, the 6 targets being the max that anyone's getting. Jacoby Myers got 4 receptions on 6 targets for 39 yards. Like, that's not bad, but it's I would want to see more like this. That's not that much for an offense when that's the most any one person is getting.
It's true, and it's even though the score was 25-0, a lot of it came out of field goals. So it was a little disappointing. Like, you would think that more of the skill position players would actually be scoring, but no, it's mainly field goals. So it's like the Patriots offense. Here's the thing: Mac Jones has looked really good all season, and he hasn't looked like a rookie. But the thing about the offense is that they've benefited a lot from how good the defense is. So the defense has been putting them in great situations, and the offense overall isn't extremely talented, right? They don't have that many superstars on the team, but they're efficient. They're pretty boring, right? They're pretty boring, but they get the job done. That's what it is. So I think that's what it's going to be going forward. I think Mac Jones has looked great. I think he's great for super flex. I think he's going to, I just don't see him having a lot of top 5 upside. I don't see him having that, but he doesn't need to, right? He's a rookie. He's only played so many games, but I'm optimistic about him in the future. But his offense, again, these guys are flexes. Ramondre Stevenson pretty much has the highest upside, really. And Hunter Henry, I like both of them.
Do you have any interest at all at Nelson Aguilar? He did get in the end zone yesterday. Do you have any interest in picking him up and flexing him some weeks?
I think he's inconsistent. So he's one of those guys. Yeah, he's a flex player, right? So he's like, he can have some big games. He doesn't have some big games. Like, he's very hard to predict. And I honestly prefer Kendrick Bourne over Nelson Aguilar.
Really?
Just the way that they've been using him the past couple of weeks. Like, it's been, whether it's rushing, whether it's he's quick, explosive. They use him in a screen game. So I do like Kendrick Bourne a lot. But yeah, so going forward, I say that if you're playing these guys, just none of them are going to be super exciting, but they're for most part, all of them are flexes, right? I feel like New England Patriots got a whole bunch of flexes, not a lot of RB1s, not wide receiver ones, but Hunter Henry is a tight end 1 still. I like him because especially his usage in the red zone. But outside of that, Matt Ryan, let's go back to Matt Ryan real quick. Super flex leagues, do you feel comfortable playing him?
I feel comfortable playing him in the right matchup. I don't think that he has enough weapons. I don't think this offense is built up enough for him to really succeed. this season. So I'm not excited to play him. I think, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I was saying you could absolutely play him if you needed to, and I think that went pretty well. I think he was pretty high scoring on the week, but it was an easy matchup.
Yeah.
And so I really think this is good. You're gonna have to play the matchups here.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. If I don't have to play him, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But he's been terrible. He's been absolutely terrible. And then we'll see what I hope Calvin Ridley comes back soon. I miss Calvin Ridley.
Me too.
Maybe, but even with him, Matt Ryan, like, he had good weeks, he had bad weeks. But like you say, he's a matchup play. I'm not optimistic about him. Hopefully Cordell comes back, but outside of that, there's not much to be, excited about. But
yeah, defense is underrated. That defense, like you said, they got a bunch of people back from opting out for COVID the season previous, and I don't think anyone was expecting them to be as good as they are.
Oh no, 100%. But guys, that's really gonna be it for the show. This was a quick recap.
I'm going back to bed.
I'm gonna thank my friend JL. Now's your time. Tell the people where they can find you, what you do, anything you want to plug. This is your opportunity.
Yeah. If you don't already follow me, you can follow me FYF John Luke. We got a game show that we do every weekday, 3 p.m. Eastern time at Front Yard Fantasy. Find us on YouTube over there. We'll be there today playing Quiplash, Fantasy Quiplash.
Ooh, Fantasy Quiplash. I'm definitely going to be tuning into that. I want to thank everybody in the comments who's watching later. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be much more active on YouTube. You're gonna be seeing me pumping out content. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope y'all enjoy your Friday and hope y'all have a great weekend. And look, be safe out there. Love everybody. Y'all do your thing.